This is your daily market review for Tuesday, September 17th, 2024. Let's go. Hey everyone, this is my channel to help investors and traders develop a probability-based mindset to succeed. Also try and keep friends informed of what's going on in the markets and the economy, and also a little real estate content as well. This is Dan Max of DXP Realty, aka the Trading Agent. This is your daily market review, Tuesday, September 17th, 2024. The day before the FOMC meeting. Well, hopefully you are staying mentally intact, not getting too over caught in the action up or down or either way. As we talk about, if you watched my how-to video, how to trade the Monday and Tuesday before the preceding FOMC meeting on a Wednesday, because they're always Wednesdays, you're probably a little more comfortable with what's going on. So let me ask you at this point, if you're listening, are you mentally prepared for tomorrow? We know tomorrow could be an absolute wild day, up, down, up, down, up, down, chop, chop. And the hardest thing is going to be what? What is the ultimate direction? Now, again, we've talked about how the Wednesdays have become trap days and the real action starts on Thursday. Knowing all this, put probabilities in your favor. Don't over leverage. Define your risk. Be willing to stop out and let your winners run. Clear as mud, right? No. We try to make it simple, but the reality is that it's a probability-based game. I wish I could tell you I know for sure what's going to happen. My best guess is A, it's options expiration. B, it's FOMC meeting. We know the recession is growing, getting worse. We know there's an election, so a lot of people are going to be staying on the sidelines, keeping money stuck until then. So what is the next direction? In my guess, it's going to be down. But from what levels, when? It's going to be at some point, setting a trap, bull trap. Talked about this on record. Expected this bounce over the last, 7-8 days. Congratulations again. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I appreciate all feedback. If you're new to the channel, check out the Discord room, link description below. Follow on Twitter. Again, follow on YouTube, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell on whatever platform you're watching. I appreciate it. Check out the website, tradingagent.com. Ding, 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 ding. Turn profits into passive income and properties. That is the goal. Let me know how I can help you. If you need to, schedule 20, 30-minute chat live. Let's do it. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, invest in real estate, I got you covered. I'd love to help you out. You get 2 agents for the price of 1. Actually, got a call with a good friend of ours, Shannon, after this to talk about helping her find an agent in her part of the country. Again, goal is to find you amazing agents and also be there to guide along the way. So you get 2 for the price of 1. If you have questions about how that works, holler at your boy. Again, I appreciate it. If you're doing a real estate transaction and you don't reach out to me for advice and you've been following the channel for more than 30, 60, 90 days, leave a comment why. I'm just curious why you don't want help. Again, you might have a great agent in your area, but you also might have someone that you think is great, but are they? That's the hardest thing. I think a lot of people day and age assume that they're working with the best. Do you know who the best is? Have you interviewed multiple agents? Do you do that for a living? No, probably not. So let me know how I can help. See me. We know tomorrow they're expecting. This is what's so crazy. If you watch previous video, you need to be over 67%. That is the number where the Feds have always followed through with the Fed fund futures. We're at 63%. What a freaking mind screw. I was going to say mind F. We know 1 cut's coming. Is 2. 2 usually signifies problems. I personally think the Feds will probably do 1, and then the market will freak out on Thursday or maybe even Friday. Just be careful. Bitcoin, chopping around. Again, the amount of cuts doesn't really matter as much as the guidance, if that makes sense. So whenever they announce at 2 o'clock, wait for the 2:30 Eastern Standard Time chat. Oil. Again, Bitcoin, sorry. It feels like it's a bottom, but also head and shoulders bottom. But I think we all agree that it could be a trap, but you really, I don't even know what the right line is. You've got to get over, this 62,000 level to really confirm something to me. Then you go back up at a 70. And again, if that makes sense, then MicroStrategy would be a banger. Oils we talked about oversold. After hours talking about buying more, refilling the SPR. I've been saying this for months. Yeah, it makes sense. That's why I think the downside is limited on oil when the market flushes. Now we're not going to negative futures prices, but somewhere in the 50, 60, maybe a 40 extreme makes sense. Natty gas. Again, I like natty gas, but again, I prefer for the flush out. This is 2008. September 2008 is when the crap really started. Keep that in mind. Any questions, thoughts, concerns? Leave a comment below. Let me know how I can help. Sorry. TLT, sorry, dollar. Sorry. No, not really sorry. Apologize. Broke out of the flag down and now rallying back up. Good. I have no clue. Again, dollar I think could rally and it's going to be all over the place. TLT, again, we like the 30-year treasury. Again, I like bonds. Not even necessarily 30, just long-term bonds. When panic comes, people buy. If you're anticipating future rate cuts, keep in mind the market has done such. Think about where we've come from to where we are. The guidance needs to be strong. Now, I'm not saying necessarily that the TLT is going to break out to 108 or fail here, but it seems like it's waiting. And that's where waiting to exhale would be what the Fed meeting. So keep an eye on it. Again, I think rates will go lower, but is it because the economy is crashing? That's my that's the biggest way to get lower interest rates. If they kind of stick to the slow growth, fake kind of crap, right? Think about it. What are they going to do? Interest rates can't go down that fast. Spurred inflation, right? But they can't go anywhere, in my opinion, near term. Like they got to try to pretend like they're working on the economy because again, it's an election if you forgot. VIX chopping around. I still expect somewhere in the 15 levels before it's all said and done. Hold me to it. VIX. Man, I really think this gap's going to fill. I'm watching the 95. Remember, tomorrow's going to be wild. SPY. Look at this. We talked about it. Rallying. Again, did I expect new highs? No. I'm moving this candle over. I still think there will be a trap. And it could be multiple days or it could be just a big flat trap. And when I mean trap, like bull trap, like breakout, fake out. Because here's the thing. The leaders are now lagging. I still expect at some point like a 480, maybe even back up to the 487 level, in my opinion, on the Qs, because that would set the best trap, right? People would see higher lows, and they'd go, woohoo, we're going back to all-time highs. That would be the best way. Again, the market's meant to take the most amount of money from the most amount of people. You would absolutely trap the shit out of them doing that. Think about it. All the bulls who didn't buy the dip, all the people who are like, oh, well, I guess everything's fine. The feds are going to take care of it. 50 basis point cut. Oh, it's great for the market. Blah, 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 blah. Bam. That's how you trap those suckers. Think like Jeff Emerald. Bam. Trap. IWM watching up here in the 220s. DIA, which has been leading up, starting to get a little tired. Oh, but we'll see. I mean, this one's hard. Again, it's 30 stocks. It's not really indicative of the market, in my opinion. Gold, long-term, very bullish. Incredibly bullish. Near term, is this a fake breakout of the channel? Or are we about to go rocket ship? Now, again, I've missed the upside on paper. Physical, not so much. Been buying this stuff for years. Silver, wedging, broke out. Again, I struggle with chasing here because I've tried to chase before the Feds in the meltdown action in miners before over the last 20 plus years. And it seems to be like, again, if the market's pulling back, I'll say this and go on record. And this is what usually happens. They throw the baby out with the bathwater. So be careful. GDX, especially the miners. Maybe not so much gold. Silver definitely gets punished because it's like, oh, it's an economic indicator, silver demand, blah, 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 whatever. Miners, same thing. When credit issues hit, they're some of the worst run companies in the world. They have to go to credit markets, and when they lock up, remember they have stuff in the ground, they can't get it out. People start to beat the shiznit out of them. GDXJ, again, they're all back at the highs, so it's worth a watch. Could they break out? Possible. Absolutely possible. But if the market pulls back, miners will get punished. They typically do. Again, it's the probabilities game. I wish I could sell you uncertainty that I know for sure, but I don't know anything for sure. And that's the one thing that anyone who's traded any amount of time has humility to say is, I don't know for sure, but I'll play the odds. And if I'm wrong, I'm gone. It's that simple. AEM chopping around. This one's, to me, a leader. AG, we talked about this bouncing at the fours. Okay, cool. Back at the 100-day. Oh, got a cramp in my foot. Newmont makes sense. I mean, I've been saying this one for a while. Like, it should be in the 70 and 80 range with gold back at highs, but you're now at some important resistance. If it breaks out over it, man, you've got upside. I mean, this could be a $100 stock easy. Pass. This one's tough. Again, I mean, I like these names, but I don't want to chase them. I want people to be absolutely puking up their positions. Taiwan Semi. Let's run through these. Again, watching this 176 plus area. Let me zoom in. Makes sense. That's a good reference zone. Again, when I say these reference, doesn't mean can't trap over them, but watch what happens when you get into them. Because they Again, don't bring a ruler to trading. Good resistance, good potential shorts. Micron, been trading around this one. Got out of it today on the little pop. Just like, not really worth it. AMD, I think these could pop more. Just like I said, you probably get up to like 160. NVIDIA, I mean, they literally can't sell the stock fast enough. The ownership, I've told you guys, I think this is a turd. I would love to see 124. I'd love to see the trend line at some point. Again, put that on your radar. Again, I'm reminding myself of NVDS at some point. Like that one just has to be on your radar. Excusez-moi. SMCI, again, we talked about the oversold bounce. 20-day, I mean, still maybe the gap fill. These things could move very quickly. Intel, as we've talked about, once you got over the 20-day, it needed to break out. Look what it does. It hits that damn 22 level. Doink! Doink! All right, I hope it breaks out for bulls, but I mean, personally, I think it's getting delisted from the Dow. It's going nowhere. SMH at the downtrend, still wouldn't be surprised if, again, when the markets get a little unruly, you get wicks, right? You get big opens. Big opens, just like at the bottoms, you get big downs. Those are usually the bottoms, the traps. That's what I'm looking for. This doesn't look like a trap candle to me. Can you confirm? Please leave a comment. Do you know what a trap candle is? Do you want me to go? That's what I'm looking for, right? Trap. 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 Trap-ish? Not really a trap yet. It's a chop top. So you would need a pro gap down to really confirm it, or it could just be choppy. Keep that in mind. Always here to educate you. If you don't know these things, now you know. Go watch education videos, I'm telling you. Adobe, post-earnings, Apple, bought the dip today. People are like, oh, I don't know Apple. I'm like, I don't know either, but it has a reference. You have a 2-day range. It can stop out very easily. I think they will, again, rumors of their demise. Why not pop it up to really get everybody juices flowing? All right, get Apple popping and they'll be like, oh my God, it's time. The market's going higher. Again, that's why I'm watching that one. Amazon, talked about the 189, 190 level. Congrats, hit it. You better take some profits. Watch that area for retest if you would like to short. Meta, range highs, keep an eye on it. CRM lagging after earnings. Dead cat bouncing. Okay. I mean, 269 would, oh man, if you're getting there, it's probably not going to happen. Google, we talked about this one, due to bounce. Congrats again, Jay Solstice. Again, if you're in the Discord room, props to all folks who hand out trades, ideas, and are not scared to put themselves on the line and say, hey, it's okay to be wrong. I'm always amazed when people are like, oh, I don't want to post and look like an idiot. I look like an idiot every day. Again, do you think I'm right about every stock here? I'm not Kramer idiot but try to do the best I can, and wrong happens. Even if you win 70 to 80% of the time. Still think you can get up here. Congrats. 165 makes sense. Microsoft said this one was acting pretty dang good. Watch for a 2-day range at 440. NDAQ, as I've said, I think I know my puts are going to be worthless at this point unless we get the screamer down. I still believe they're going to absolutely be toast long term. Keep that one on your watch list. MicroStrategy was saying watch the multi-day range, 20-day back test of the trend line. To me, I mean, God, that looks juicy. If Bitcoin pops, you've got a reference. Keep that in mind. Netflix, impressive action. Breaking out, watching. Roblox looks like it's going to break out every time. Give it back up. Again, you got to get over that 47 level. Pan W. Again, I like this long term. Pelosi's buying it, but again, throw the baby out of the bathwater. Let me come after it. Tesla, we talked about having to get over 234. Look what it did today. Doink. I feel like this gap will fill at some point, but probably tomorrow or Thursday. That's my guess. Insight, right? Like this company, man. I think they're going to get bought out at some point. Their public data looks good. They restructured with new management, all public stuff. And it's like stuff you do before you put yourself up for sale. I mean, if again, you see this in the 50s, holler at your boy. Pfizer, looks like it's trying to build and break out. McDonald's, as we talked about, watching this 290s level. Makes sense. I mean, that could be a top right there. And this is what's interesting is the market pops and chops around. Some names do something, some things do other things. DKNG, this makes sense around here, around 39. For a short, Airbnb Bizzle, we talked about dead cat, the trash bounces last. There you go, taking out the trash. Costco, again, leadership kind of getting a little tired up here. We'll see. 20 days the key, obviously, on this one. Starbucks, I mean, I'm mind-boggled that this thing could break out. I mean, it had a nice move on their new CEO, but they got to execute. So this thing could be stuck in the sidewash for a while. FedEx, we talked about looking for the bounce. Look at that wick. That's what I'm talking about. Like looking for something like this tomorrow in the index. Like this wick where you're like, oh, great short here. And then it's like, oh, crap, I was wrong. And then it's like, oops, no, you weren't. Does that make sense? Again, I like that short. Again, I think economic stuff. FedEx ain't going to be doing so hot. Caterpillar, watching up in the ranges. DE, we've talked about this one. If you bought this in the 340s, congrats. Again, I would just be managing your profits. If you have profits, take them. Nucor, we've talked about steel. I like steel long term, but let it get crushed. U.S. steel will get bought out. It's just a matter of American or foreign and when, what price. So let it play out. Vale, again, I wouldn't short X. I'd watch it. 50-day. Arrow, again, I'm going through these names. I mean, just let them pull back. I mean, that's kind of all I can say. CCJ, I know my man Lupus played the upside from the 36 plus level. Chopping now. CF, again, I like, to me, this is the leader of the ag. Again, it's holding up better. Mosaic, chop. At the lows, they get a little interesting down here. NTR, a little interesting down here, right? Pretty discounted. AA, and we like AA a lot. Aluminum, I'd love to see it in the 25 handle. XLF, again, a lot of people shorting up here. Makes sense to me. Oops, sorry, let me zoom her in a little bit. Zoom. I'm personally did not do anything yet. I'm watching. But if you shorted here, I think long term you'll be fine. Just define your risk, have your stops. JP Morgan, I mean, they're not even buying back their own stock. Why would you buy their stock? Looks like a dead cat bounce off the 100-day. Good old Morgan Stanley. Man, if you see 100 plus, that to me makes like a very good sense reference. Watching, again, Bank of America, Buffett doesn't sell on the way down. They mark it up. They play the game and then keep an eye on it. Goldman Sachs, again, watching, bouncing off the 100-day. Keep it simple. Carry. This would, again, put this in your pipe and smoke it down into your brain today. Look at this. This makes sense. This makes a lot of sense up here. Shorting, again, even if you got a trap. XBI, some folks are watching this. It makes risk on, risk off. Got to get over the 100. If it fails, it's going to be an amazing spot. XHB, again, housing. Again, if you follow the actual real estate market, this index should be probably in the 70s. But based on the action and the trap, it is what it is. Keep it simple, stupid. Again, I personally love the short up here, but haven't taken it yet. Keep an eye on it. Let's get into solar crap. TAN. Again, it bouncing with oil bounce. Sedge makes sense. I mean, all these names bouncing, right? I mean, man, Sedge is just throttled. ENPH. Okay, watch the trading range. First solar back to the 240 level. Boink. Worth a watch, right? Again, I mean, solar's an interesting one because near-term pain, long-term, if oil rallies back, obviously, the higher oil prices go, what happens, right? You're going to get the follow-through in solar at some point. Man, HYG, you got to be fucking high to buy corporate debt going into potentially a massive recession. That's all I can say. That is all I can say. Man, where does that trend line come from? Oh, that's a monster long-term trend line, isn't it? Oh, my. George Takei. Oh, my. Look at that. Hit it. I haven't zoomed out on this one in a while. Keep an eye on that. Ooh, yeah. The freaking Kool-Aid man. Oil. Talked about bouncing. Congrats. Oops. Congratulations. Nice work. Chopping. Makes sense, right? UNG again. I hate the UNG. I like the cold short KOLD. I'm just moving through these fast to get through this video. It's not much. Just not really watching that. XOP though makes sense to me. We talked about you could play the bullness in the 120s. Congratulations. Leave a comment below. Holler at your boy. Appreciate it. Keep an eye on this. Again, I'd love to see a retest and slammer. But if it holds up, it holds up. Congrats. CVE, as we talked about, the 16 level makes sense to hold, right? Again, this could chop and get, I mean, think about it. You would love to see a trap down here. Valero, oil and gas names, again, watching them. They're all at range lows. They make sense. ExxonMobil, due to bounce, right? Talked about it. Oxy, talked about it, due to bounce. There's some folks who are buying this down here. I mean, again, long term, I think if you disappear, you're probably going to be fine, right? Buffett, this is where Buffett plays the game very well. EQT, again, I like this name long term. Put this in your basket of longer term stocks and let it marinate. Chop around. Last but not least, Flex LN Jizzle. Right? Again, I think we'll be natural gas exporters. So appreciate everyone. If you have any questions, thoughts, concerns, leave a comment. Hit me up if you have real estate things. Again, let me talk about real estate for like 30 seconds. Telling you right now, the best time to buy is to start hunting now. Have a great agent looking out there, putting out flyers, fishing, whatever, you casting nets, looking for deals. Because I'm telling you right now, if you get the crazy drop potential in the market and the interest rates going down and you middle it and you only have 3 months to put offers in and get those crazy rates, but everyone's gonna be panicking, freaking the fudge out, you are basically walking into the grocery store with the only one looking to buy, and the sellers, think about any retailers, be like, sell, please, buy for me. That is a position to be in. All right, talk to y'all later. Peace. Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, stop by the Discord room. A link is in the description below. Also, if you'd like to help support more free content, the PayPal link is in the description as well. I appreciate your continued support of the channel.